To the COVID-19 crisis, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has spoken with provincial and territorial leaders about plans for the eventual reopening of the economy. The two levels of government have agreed to develop guidelines to balance national coordination with flexibility for provinces to move at their own pace. Here's our chief political correspondent, David Aiken.
At his daily press conference Saturday, the Prime Minister said he'll leave it to the premiers to set the timeline for any easing of COVID-19 restrictions.
The provinces will have a lead role in determining how their economies will reopen.
So that's the issue that we're going to talk about related to that. Okay, in the meantime, let's go for a drive.
Every day, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way. Every day. Shadows grow so long before my eyes, and they're moving across the page. Suddenly the day turns into night. But don't, oh no, hesitate, 'cause your love just won't wait. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby, I love your way.
Hey, welcome back everyone. We will be talking about application letters. But before we go on, you might be asking, who am I to talk about it? For those who do not know who am I, di po sa pagyayabang. My career has been for my entire life, bragging aside. More than half of my age I've been into human resources. So I guess that will be enough for you to know that I have in-depth knowledge as far as application letter is concerned and how the process of application is being done. So this time, we'll be talking about this. So, I am going to give you 5 tips on how to make a great application letter. Alright? So, number 1, read carefully the instructions on how to apply for the job. Okay? Which means you have to follow the instructions carefully. I have seen a lot of application letters, and mind you, I'll show this here right now, right here right now. Don't do this, okay? And for number 2, look for the skills requirements, okay? And the educational requirements, and then the experience requirements. Don't just send an application to any job opening or postings that you don't read. It doesn't follow. You are just wasting the time of the people who are... There is no employer that will post just, we need people for a job. It actually has to say something like, what are your responsibilities, the required skills, right? And the experiences, right? Here, when we post this, read that carefully. Okay, or else you are just going to waste your time. Number 3, use the important words that the employer used in the advertisements. Okay, those are the words that we are looking for. I call it predetermined words. It is your key to be considered. Those are the words that describes who you are, your competencies. We look for that. If you apply and you don't use those, your application will be just rejected, or Number 4, okay? Make it short. It should only be just like that. Make it short and simple. Do not overwhelm. We don't want to consume our time reading novels. Like short. You know what I mean? Short, but not as short as this. Like you're just saying, I need a job. Like this. Look at this. Like, don't do that. Okay? It's like you're begging. Okay? Don't beg, because if you beg for a job, the possibility is you will get abused by your employer. When I say make your application letter short, not as short as like 3 words, 2 words, like, or some other who would even send just, resume and doesn't even say anything. Or to some, they will just send their pictures and their credentials and doesn't even say anything, like this. Guys, don't do this, because it's wasting our time. Okay, don't waste your time. And number 5, give your contact options. Email, right? Nobody uses the snail mail anymore these days, right? So give your email, your phone numbers, even give your Facebook maybe, so we can send you through Messenger or Skype options, right? So whatever that is, give that so we can call you right away. We can send you a message, okay? So I hope this helps you, especially this time that, according to the news, the economies around the world after this COVID-19 is slowly opening up. So get ready, do your application forms, because there has been a lot of layoffs and people went losing their jobs, right? So do it now, prepare your application letters, and next time we will talk about how to make a good resume, okay? And there's a lot more, like how to apply here in Canada, okay? We will be discussing that. So keep in tune. So that's all for now, and in the meantime, let's go for a ride. If you don't catch our attention during the first few lines of your pitch, more often than not, your paper is gonna go to the trash. So better do it that way.